Alright, let's just browse some YouTube, the usuals. Wait, what's this? What? Why are there so many views? Oh, he's a big YouTuber. Let's see how far he goes. Round 93? Huh? I think I can do better. Welcome back to a monkeyless video. What? No monkeys? I know, we all love monkey feet here, but today we're just gonna chill for a bit, alright? Don't bring that video up, even though it's very recent. Anyways, as I'm well aware, this video is already super long, if you can see and how long it is, but just listen, just watch. I guarantee you'll enjoy this video, and I'm gonna fix your attention span, okay? Because we live in a society where people just mindlessly scroll, and I'm gonna sit here and talk to you, and you're gonna like it, whether you like it or not, because we're gonna go full on monkeyless. From seeing Spiffling Brit's video, it's crazy that he made it only to round 93, which honestly I actually can accept. Just seeing from his account, it seems like he's pretty new to the game, and probably playing it for the first few times, that's actually pretty good. But in the Raxor show, we are more experienced, just by a teeny bit. I'm not that good, let's be honest. For those of you that might have come from his video, I don't know how many of you actually will, probably not many, but who knows. The rounds 1 to 140 are set. These cannot be changed and have pretty much set rounds. Anything past round 40 is completely random, and the HP of all the balloons gets bigger and stronger. And round 140 has a big, fat, fortified, bad balloon, which basically means it has double the HP. So let's see if we can take that down to begin with without monkeys. I know the first 100 rounds would definitely be possible, but 140, I'm not sure. Maybe? I think it'll probably beat it, but let's see about after that, because I'm not sure how much further we can go. We'll be doing this challenge on Challenge Editor, because if I play a normal game, I will lose all my money, and I already have nothing to begin with. We'll pull out everything that's a monkey. Goodbye everyone. You will be missed. And that leaves us with 5 total towers we can use. Bomb, Tack, Farm, Spike, and Village. Unfortunately, no Paragons here, so probably won't go too far. I don't 200's possible, but we'll see. There's still some decent options to play around with. One glaring carry, I can already tell, will be Super Mines. The rest are still decent, but let's just see how far we can truly go here. For replication's sake, we will also adjust and copy as much of the video as we can. So we'll do hard standard, obviously no double cache mode, and we'll do it on balance as he did on this map as well. To start off, we'll have to be attack for a while. Actually, these first few rounds are going to be a bit tricky as I kind of get my farming up. We have full monkey knowledge as well, so this will definitely help out. So one small mistake as I kind of got this game going, we start on round 3. I forgot that on hard you start on round 3, and also with 100 lives and not 200. Let me just, redo this real quick. Okay, let's try that again. Tack to start, and we Gucci. Unfortunately, even though I want to get up farms ASAP, I need good defense to hold us off for a while. A 101 to start on round 4. If I slowly start to leak, I'll slowly change things up, but we should be good for the first 10 rounds or so. I just want at least 1 or 2 farms ASAP. So round 9, we get a farm, and okay, this will be good. On round 12, a 200, looking good. And I'm surprised 101 tack can hold off for this long. Let's see though, I can't greed too much because I know that rounds 14 and 15 are actually pretty dense and pretty fast. This is where pinks and yellows start really coming out, and I might need to get a bit more of a solid defense by then. I get a 202 on round 13 just in case. I'd rather be on the safe side than sorry here. As you see here, rounds 14 and 15, perfect. As odd as this sounds, these 2 rounds used to kill me so much in a lot of old attempts, or just old runs, so just trying to optimize. I have a lot of PTSD from these runs, okay? Which is why I remember them to be quite dense. However, tack is still holding off pretty strong. This map is great for tack after all. While this early game is going, I'll tell you a bit about what the strat will be other than spike mines and all tier 5s being strong. I'll need something decently strong, so I'll go for what I think will be the best tier 4 here, which will be Spike Factories. It's either going to be Spike Mines or Spike Storm. Spike Mines has a decent strong damage over time effect, so we might work with this. Let's kind of see as we go. Also, there's a lot of space that needs something else to fill. There's a lot of unused space around the hedges, so we'll work with Carpet Spikes and more Spike Storms at the back so that we can further optimize and get as much damage as we can. Anyways, on round 22, we are slowly starting to leak a little bit. Farming still going strong, and after my third 200 farm, we get a 203 tack sprayer. Need more damage and also bomb very soon to deal with leads, which come out on round 28. Next very scary round, to be honest, would be camos, as we see on round 24. I don't really have anything for them, so I actually get a village up ASAP, but bomb first. Just a 000, I don't need anything more. I'll get a mold mauler later on, probably when round 40 comes. Finally, round 28, easy cleanup, we get a radar scanner, 020 village, and into my first debate on bomb actually. Not actually sure if cluster is better, like cluster bomb / recursive cluster, or if I really need Moab damage. Reason for this is recursive cluster actually does better overall, but I will later on need more for Moab class balloons. You know what, I changed my mind and actually decide I'll just go for a cluster bomb instead. If I really need more damage, I'll get a Moab Mauler or Moab Assassin. A 023 bomb, just for now, just keep it nice and strong, and I think we're good. I'll focus on farming a bit more once again. Honestly, a bit tricky, more than I expected, and I need a healthy balance of farming and defense. On round 37, we get our first marketplaces, and I actually only get 2 because we need more defense again. I'm trying to get my Monkeyopolis, but this game won't let me. We get an overdrive round 39, and let's see how 40 goes. Piece of cake. Let's keep going, and I check to see if I can get a 1 farm Monkeyopolis. On round 40, I'm about 2k off. Okay, that seems fine. Maybe just 1 more round and we'll be good. On round 41, we get our Monkeyopolis, and good timing because I would like to get farming up ASAP. I'm not sure how much further this defense can last. We'll farm for now, and again, I'll get more defense if I need it, but maybe round 60 will be the next tricky round. In just 2 rounds, I can get 3 farms back. Oh man, Monkeyopolis is still pretty decent. For some reason, I'm a tad bit worried, and my village in the middle is also not in range of the bomb. So I just get range and jungle drums for my bomb as well, just in case, and it also lets it see camo. I get marketplaces for now because I want to sell these for BRF Banana Centrals anyways. If I can get 1 by round 60, I think I might be in okay shape. I think, as odd as it sounds, the initial rounds were actually the scary ones. From here, the rest is pretty simple and status quo. Man, even seeing here, Cluster Bomb, not even recursive cluster is putting in decent work. I underestimated 023 bombs. Just in case though, I get a 024 on round 51, and I start playing safe, especially since I have pretty decent farming now. I'm actually also debating on getting a primary mentoring and primary training, since we do have a good majority of primary towers anyways. I'll get a primary expertise later on, but not now. It's a little too early for that. But I would like my Banana Central ASAP, because tier 5 farms make you the most money the fastest. I know from here this isn't the most ideal, but I probably didn't need to get this many marketplaces. Whatever, I think this run doesn't need to be optimized terribly hard, just a little bit. On round 59, this is again why I wanted range on my bombs, to ensure I could hit those pesky fortified camo leads. Now round 60, let's just try this setup and see first. Okay, damn, it's good enough. From here, 60s I don't think will be too much of an issue. Round 63 is notorious for being difficult, and yeah, there we go. We start to fail. Okay, I need some more defense and something to help out. I try primary mentoring first, because it'll probably deal a little more damage, and Still looks like I need a bit more damage overall. I get a spiked mines up for now because I knew I was gonna get this anyways. And yep, works like a charm. I'm past my round 60 Banana Central, but on round 64, let's just try and see if I can get it anyways. If I sell all my farms and my Monkeyopolis, I can afford it. So I just end up buying this and probably worth it to be honest. Again, any tier 5 farms is usually more worth it versus anything else. So I'll get another Monkeyopolis later on and other farming towers as I go. On round 68, we ended up getting some more farming and I think this defense can oddly last for a good while. Maybe until mid 80s actually. It has all the elements to hold off, maybe just lacking a little bit on mob class damage. Well, you know, I say that, and then on round 71, I actually do start to leak a tiny bit. So on 72, I actually get my primary mentoring up because this increases attack speed and pierce. I don't want to be leaking that much, and probably time for a tier 5 in the middle soon. Not yet. Just kidding, we go for Monkeyopolis again because I am greedy. Money first, defense later. On round 75, I finally die because there's just way too many BFEs and I need to chill a little bit. Now, okay, I'll actually get some defense. I don't need a tier 5 just yet, so I just get a Ring of Fire at the bottom with range to overall get more coverage. I'm actually going to change this later to a 502 so that it has global balls of damage to do more damage overall. I mess up slightly here, and if you see here, I missed my placement for my farm. It was a bit of a hurry. I think I'll be okay though, so I just buy and resell it. It's fine, whatever, I'll get a lot of farming anyways. So from here, the rest of the setup is easy and good. 78, I decide I'll need more farms actually before getting up my Wall Street. And we get just that, and on round 79, we're looking pretty good. The right side is basically completely filled. I think after this, I won't need too much more farming. You know what, maybe I'll actually get some more. I'm actually debating right now. Round 80, not even close to an issue. Totally fine. 81 though, if you notice, there's starting to become a lot of BFBs. This is going to start to get a little rough, so after I get my Wall Street, I'll focus a little bit on defense. First up, Tax Zone in the middle, nice and easy. Tax Zone will clean up most things, and again, this map is great for Tax Zone. Everything just kind of funnels in there and just eats it all up. And I farmed up pretty well, so honestly the rest is just starting to get the rest of my defense as necessary. On 82, super easy, and I'm actually debating if I should go for more farming or if I should just start getting some defense. And I decide I'll just get more farming. So if I get a super mines, I'm pretty sure I'll be good into round 140. Wow, in just 1 to 2 rounds now, I'm so strong that I can just chill and wow, I can get four farms in a round or two. Yeah, farming just scaled way too much at this point. And you're also probably wondering, Raxor, why are you farming so much? What's the point? If you fill the whole screen with all the towers you have and have excess cash, what are you doing? Well, my friend, there's a thing called buying and reselling. And this allows you to reuse your abilities. I want to buy and resell Homeland, which allows for a 100% attack speed. And so, you know, if things attack 100% faster, it's pretty good, I'd like to think. So this is why I'm farming like a madman, even though I really don't need to. I want to push this as far as possible, and this is going to help me later on in the late game. Also, I want to take this minute to address one thing. Some people think that Wall Street, the 025 farm, actually makes more than Banana Central 520, and this is actually incorrect. The correct reason why it quote-unquote makes more money, as you see here on round 87, is that it has an ability to collect other crates, like a monkey farm, which means its total amount is actually the amount that it collects. It doesn't actually make any more, it just counts other crates as if it actually made more. It's kind of like a banana farmer if you've used it before. Banana farmers, it says it made like X amount of money, but it just adds how much it collected. It doesn't actually mean it collects more. So this is more just an FYI for those of you that don't know. On round 87, we finally finish our setup, and now we get the juicy juicy tier 5s. We're almost making 40 to 50k per round, and I think we're pretty good from here. As you see, we went from like 80k to 140 actually. I think that's like 60k. I think it's like 50k from crates and maybe like 10k from the round or something. You know what? Let's check again on round 89. So we're at 140 into 216. Holy moly. Actually, that's 76k. But actually 2k of that is from the rounds, so like 74k. Okay, wow, that's crazy. After that, we get super mines, primary expertise, an inferno ring, and I actually redo this round because I thought, and then I actually want my inferno ring to be 502. Do more damage to bads later on. It does 1k per damage if it's this cross path versus 250 damage per ball if it's the middle cross path, which will eventually add up over time. I don't think the rest of the 90s and 200s are a problem anymore. To be honest, 90s are easily a joke now. I actually sell my recursive to make room for my Moabi limb here instead, which I think will be better overall DPS. Again with heavy bombs, and I'm planning ahead for the damage I will need on the bats. From here, let's see all the hard rounds. To be honest, every round in the 90s is hard, normally. Usually the odd rounds have a bunch of DDTs or something really crazy, and the even rounds like 94, 96, 98 all have fat RBE. And RBE, for those of you that don't know, stands for Red Balloon Equivalent. Well, 91, easy. 92, let's see, they don't even come close. 93 is where Spiffling Brit died, and it's the moment of truth. Okay, yeah, easy. Ta-da! Onwards we go. Again, don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing him. I actually think he did pretty good for how he played, and I'm pretty sure if he knew the strats, he probably could have easily made it past 100 as well, and probably into the late game too. But today, you're in Raxor territory, where I push this game as far as possible for no apparent reason. And don't ask me why, I just enjoy doing this. The next few rounds are still quite the cakewalk. I won't really comment on the rounds as they're pretty easy now. I'm just focusing on how much money we will be making. By round 100, we're just shy of 750k. We're pretty good. But let's see how 100 goes. The bads are usually late game run killers. And anyways, I fill the rest of the inside of the circle with all tier 5s now, just to cover myself in case. I go for a bomb blitz here in the middle. I don't know how necessary it is, but I think it'll hopefully work out. There are actually quite a few spaces within the balance itself, but they can only fit bombs or tacks. So I opt for the Moab Assassin, probably will be required for more damage overall. With the final inside all set up, round 100 is... oh my gosh. It didn't even make it to my super mines. I can fit spikes at the bottom, but overall I don't like the placement for spike mines here. So I make these all spike storms. 2 spikes on the side are going to be a carpet of spikes and a perma spike. Not sure if perma spike is super worth it, but again, tier 5s are usually a little more worth it. It'll usually trump tier 4s, even if it's just by a little bit. If you ask which one I put on which side, I just kind of arbitrarily put them there, so there's no rhyme or reason for any of it. I also go top path to ensure that I can hit DDTs as necessary. With some careful buying and reselling of tower placements, we can fit the below with some more towers, more Moab Assassins, Spike Storms on top, and some more Maelstrom. I don't know which would be better, but usually Maelstroms are a teeny bit better because bads are not guaranteed to reach this location. Except I noticed they literally do 0 damage. So I actually just opt for Inferno Rings instead. Some damage is still better than none. I don't even have Homeland up yet, which is definitely going to make things even stronger. At this point, it's just fast forwarded, and I actually kind of wishing there was like a Bomb Paragon or something, or Attack Paragon. I wonder what it would be like, but hopefully someday soon we can see it. The next tough round will probably be 119 with 3 bads. We run it one time and... okay, never mind, not hard. Normally, I would really say the next difficult rounds in the 120s to 140s is usually DDT dense rounds. For example, 128 and 138 have so many DDTs. But as you kind of see from this quick montage, there's actually really nothing to worry about here. In fact, I don't even worry for a while. The current setup I have is extremely strong and I don't think I have any issues. I farm up so much money that I just turn on auto start and move all the way to round 140. I actually spam abilities, but the only reason that I spam abilities is actually to make the rounds go faster because I want to kind of, I have things to do, By the time we reach round 140, I have 3.5 million. Like just shy, but alright, I think that was a bit overkill, but all good. Because now it's the moment of truth, the fortified bad. Fortified bads are indeed a problem, and let's try with just this defense first, just so I can farm one more round, and okay, I think we're good. It doesn't even make past the first loop. After round 140, I think we're officially overkill in how much money we made, so I decide from here I'll set up the rest of my defense. I'll explain it as I set it up. I sell everything except for the top right corner for now. I get all spiked mines, as I believe this will do more damage overall compared to the rest of the towers, and spike mines close to the track to do damage overall, but in the back will be spike storms. I also optimized just a little bit and discount village everything to ensure I have maximum discounts. Spike mines I believe will overall do more damage than spike storm, so if spike mines can potentially reach, I will go for long reach instead of faster reduction. Closer ones are all faster production because these will generally do more damage, and if I think it's too far then I'll go for spike storms instead. Good healthy mix of different quote-unquote towers or different spikes. Just to confirm, on average comparison, one bomb shooter did end up getting 300k. This is also in primary expertise range, where the rest all got like 100 to 200k. If you see here, the spike storms all consistently got 200k plus, which is why they're generally better overall. They have additional damage towards Moabs. I get a Monkey City for jungle drums. I'd like to just buy and resell Homeland later on, so I'll do that. For the placements, I can fit a teeny tower here, which will be the only thing that can see over walls, which is 2 maelstroms. The bottom is the same. I have room for all the below, more super mines, then a bunch of maelstroms, and also some more spike storms and one more bomb. So I secure this on round 41 by playing the round. However, I test and see, and I actually see that spike storm will overall do way more damage over spiked mines. So because of this, we're gonna go full spike storm. Let me buy all of this again really quick.
A few moments later.
And I decide again I don't need village because jungle drums won't really be helping spike storm up that much, so I might as well just get more abilities. So one thing you might notice here as well is everything I get will be a 240. Literally. My attacks are all 240, my bombs are all 240, my spikes are all 240. So I have 50 spike storms so far. And let's just finish the rest of this on round 142 into 143. And my guess on when this might die might be 170s, 180s, but let's see. You also might die sooner depending on free play rounds. I sell everything now and I have more than enough cash. I think I went a little overkill, guys. I keep my homeland at the top right and give it a bit of room so I can worry about buying and reselling it as well. And now we have our glorious setup. Bask in its glory. Okay, now let's just turn on auto start and I'll let this go until I start struggling. I have 93 spike storms, 1 elim, 14 assassins, 1 super male, 8 males, and a homeland. And I think we're good. We still have 3 million and honestly nothing to worry about for a long time. Actually, I say that, and then on round 152 with 2 bads, they're all looping almost quite a bit, almost exiting already, so it looks like we're kind of reaching the home stretch of this run already. 154, they're already leaving. If you see here, we actually die on 158. I have so many abilities and it's crazy. They can literally melt anything. From watching this though, maybe 200 is possible. I kind of doubt it, but I haven't bought and sold Homeland yet either. And I also don't want to break my fingers yet because I could use all 93 abilities before the bad comes out, just to show you. So watch here as I spam all my abilities on round 171. But I think it's best to pace it out. TDTs, as you saw, can kill me on 172. And suddenly I'm using all my abilities and I'm making it far-ish. 180 seems actually pretty easy. I can beat them before the first loop now, so I'm suddenly starting to think that maybe 200 isn't out of the equation. Crazy thing here is I actually die on 184 because I'm trying to write notes on the side, but I realize I can't do this anymore. I have to actually write notes at the end of every round just so I know what happened. And actually, the more I play this, I realize Spike Storm is actually super OP here. Usually all the spikes on other maps won't end up being used, but in this instant, because the rounds are so long and there's just so much everything and there's a lot of overlap, not all spikes, but a good majority of the spikes will end up being used, which generally means more damage overall. So I guess it was a good call changing from Spiked Mines to Spike Storm. And again, if you want more ability spam in, rounds 190 to 191 are for you. We push into the 190s and all of a sudden I'm on round 200. Okay, round 200 is notorious for killing people. Sorry, not killing people. Round 200 is notorious for being run enders. 2 fortified bads are also no joke. If 200 is possible, then probably maybe like 210, 220s at most. I don't see going much further than that, as I'm starting to struggle because my fingers are starting to hurt from spamming all these buttons. Well, the first fortified bad dies, and actually pretty instantly once it comes in the middle. There's a lot of lag from the super mines damage, but let's see how the second one does. Second one also dies almost instantly. But to be fair, I think it's because there's no other kind of mob class balloons to kind of help absorb the damage. But holy moly, let's keep going then. This video ends once I finally die. So I'm going to start taking it slow, one round at a time. I want to beat the bad ideally before it leaves the inner circle here. They get there and I need to use about like 70 or 80 spike storms. And I make sure I can beat the round and almost let my abilities come off cooldown as well. I also buy and resell Homeland all the time now. I just need full uptime now. It doesn't matter. I know I'm losing money as we go, but I don't think this will last much longer anyways. And again, that's what 3 million was for, so I might as well use it. On round 204, I don't like that I don't have my abilities up right here, so I actually redo it. Eventually, I get one run where I have all my abilities back, and here Balloon Crush is actually coming in super clutch. But I think I might need to relocate it as the rounds go. And I like that if you watch this, it literally just moves everything backwards now. On round 205, we hit our first wall. And with really good ability timing after quite some fails, we can beat it. Oh, things are getting super close, like insanely close, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna die very soon. On round 207, another wall. Too many bads, and at this point I almost want to give up, but let's just try and push this a little bit more. But after a bunch of tries, it looks like this potentially might be the end here. But I come really close, so I actually beat the fortified surprisingly, but I actually died to a normal bad. It's very close, so maybe I'll just keep trying here. And somehow with some stroke of luck, we end up beating it and moving onwards. I think 210 is my goal now, but damn, that was rough. Every round after that is just getting even worse than the last one. 208 is close, but only because of a fortified bad. I'll reposition it better, and I usually, because I'm trying to buy and resell everything when I actually should be spamming my Spike Storm abilities. And it works. I found out the reason why it works is, as you see, there's a lot of like DDTs and other mold class balloons that kind of come in. and they eat up Supermine's damage. And we need Supermine's damage on the bads, but by spamming the abilities, the bads will end up eating Supermine damage instead of maybe like a DDT or something. So overall, we get more damage like that. Round 209 is, oh my gosh, super easy. Thank you, free play rounds. And now the moment of truth. We're way past round 93 now, but can we beat 210? And with this sudden newfound knowledge that I need to spam the crap out of the Spike Storm abilities in the beginning of the round, I actually make rounds super easy. And actually, Balloon Crush is a big MVP here when it comes to stuns and moving mob class balloons back, and also stalling the rounds, which allows us to proceed and get our abilities back up in time. On round 212, we're stuck for real, I think. I used the abilities for the last round, and now I'm waiting for the abilities to come back up, and this is hard. I need to get this ASAP. But god damn, I'm going strong. This is nuts. Every round I make it is absolute insanity. On round 213, I noticed that the path that the bats also take actually is also different every time. So this means that it actually might be slightly RNG based. So if you see here, the second time on death, we die, but the bad went on top when the first time it went on the bottom. This might actually change up some stuff. We eventually beat 213 by selling and buying Bloon Crush, and oh my gosh, what was that? I had a blank spike this whole time? Oh my, okay, no one saw that. Let's try that again. Okay, I know this video is going on really long, but hold on, just bear with me. It gets crazier, guys. On 214, there's no bads, which is crazy. Okay, easy round, please more like this. And I do leak a bit though, and I only have 16 lives left. I think I actually got saved here because of Bomb Blitz, which probably cleared the screen. I need to get more stuff if they leak, so I actually start getting one balloon impact on each side occasionally. Somehow, some miracle, 215 is also beat. As odd as it sounds, I think I can bust through here. Maybe 225 is possible at this point. 216, super easy. Just some rounds you need to look out. 217, I'm already down 500k now, and I'm glad I farmed up when I did. A few rounds later on 220, bads with only like 40 spike storms isn't enough. Yikes, I need to get things moving along pronto. And if you noticed, I keep beating the rounds, but there hasn't really been any fortified bads yet, which is pretty nice.
Oh, hello there!
Oh, on round 222, there's whoops, I spoke too soon. And then 224, my death round. This fortified bad just has too much HP and I just can't seem to dent it for some reason. So I think here it's finally the part where I just kidding, round 225. How much further can I go? Oh my gosh, guys, this is actually insane. I didn't think I could make it this far. And apparently it's pretty far because it seems like I have to buy and resell Bloon Crush on the left side for some reason. But I don't know how I'm making it this far, guys. This is insane. 226 was pretty difficult, and honestly, every round, I think at this point, I spent like 20-30 minutes trying to beat, and somehow I can eventually beat it. 226 I beat. 227, I didn't like that I actually beat it too quickly, so I redo it. Easy win. And man, going round by round is intense, but finally, okay, I'm actually dead serious this time. We do end up dying on round 228, and yeah, so there we finally go. So the highest round you can possibly go is round 228, maybe a bit more again. I would dare to argue maybe 230s, 240s. And now let's go over a quick pop count, starting with the tier 5 bombs. So okay, Bloon Crush got 79,000, but this actually isn't accurate. I think it got around 2 million if I actually kept it here, but to be fair, I had to keep buying and reselling it. That didn't really count. Moabilim with 8 million, not bad. 7 million for Bomb Blitz, and also very not bad at all. So we'll do our tax now. So tax shooter, or tax zone, sorry, with 9 million. 30 for Inferno Rings, so I'm glad I went for even more tax again. additional damage. And 3 million for super male. Doesn't seem the best, but to be fair, if you compare this to if I put a tier 4, like this is a million, still decent, but 3 million is obviously better. Super mines with 156 million, so carrying us all the way, and I honestly think this is probably the best placement for it. There's not really anywhere else. If I put it towards the front and back, sometimes it won't hit some bads. So I think this is probably the best place. Each of the bomb shooters roughly range from about 1 million to, these back ones only got like 70k, but I mean it's better than nothing. These ones in the front got like 1.8, 2 million, so these guys are also really good. Again, heavy bombs for additional damage. Spike factories got 2 million apiece, so basically did a lot of damage. Actually, before that, let's do Carpet Spikes first. So Carpet Spikes with 22 million, very respectable, not bad. Perma Spike with 3 million, only slightly better than Carpet Spikes. Makes me kind of want to wish I went for that, but to be fair, yeah, these back ones only got like 800k or so. But these front ones got like 1 million each. So to be honest, it ranges. Some of them got like a few million. On average, they got about the same, give or take, as maybe the bomb shooters. But to be fair, their abilities are a lot stronger. So I'd range anywhere from like 1 million to 2 million-ish. These tack shooters are obviously not great, but I didn't really have much choice on that front. So these are whatever. These tack shooters did a bit more, 90,000, while these ones 60,000. And yeah, I think that's basically it. And Homeland obviously went 0 damage. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, overall, these spike storms did about, maybe, I want to guesstimate, like if they did 1 million each, like 90 million. So like total, these did 90 million. So very important to have and very useful. Again, this is more of just a general test, and this team can probably actually go much further if this was on a different map, because this is definitely not the longest map. It's a good map to test it on, but it's definitely not the longest. I also dare say it could potentially hit 300 depending on if this was also on easy. I know 250 on easy is definitely possible because the HP of the bads are much lower, but you know what? If you really want me to attempt that in another video, let me know, because this video is already way too long. I don't think I will attempt it in this one. If you guys stuck around to this long, then thanks so much for sticking around. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. If you've just checked me out, go check out some of my other videos on the channel. And if you do buy something from the TD6 store, don't forget to use code RAXOR. And as always, I will see you all in the next video.